How is everyone doing on this lovely Wednesday? Great news, back on the bike. Been like a week and a half-ish, maybe, since I've been on it last. We'll get into some other vlogs later on, but we're gonna start it off with a response to Goatfather's MotoTalks. Woo! For those of you who don't know Goatfather, make sure to check out his channel. There's a link in the description. He also went down this past weekend. End of March, the last weekend of March. He went down on a corner that just seemed very unlucky for him. I mean, he wasn't like excessively speeding, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Just wrong place at the wrong time, hit some gravel, went down. I'm going to meet somebody for the first time from the ZX6R forum. And it's really not that far away. And I don't know if I'll be able to get anything else in. So this is the content you're going to get. Sorry, Goatfather, for ruining your MotoTalk by giving my MotoTalk at a stoplight. But that's what you're going to get. So yes, once again, Goatfather did go down. He was wearing full gear. His bike went over like a mini cliff, I guess you could call it. It looked pretty beat up. I haven't heard if insurance totaled it or not, but it might look that way. From what I hear, and kind of what I've read from his crash, he seems like he came out pretty good given the circumstances. I think he had a couple of bumps and bruises, but it sounded like it could have been really bad, really quick. I saw some pictures of his gears. They did take some scrapes. So yeah, I'm glad he's all right. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Right as he goes down, his GoPro dies. So you only get to see a little snippet of it. You'll get a gist of kind of where everything was going, and he's got aftermath pictures and stuff like that. So make sure to go check it out. Anyways, we're getting back to MotoTalk here. Top of the discussion was, what is the reasoning you got into motorcycles? Was it a good reason? Was it a bad reason? How did I get into motorcycles? I like the idea of being open, no cage around you. And, for that reason, I always like convertible cars. I always thought I'd get a convertible car one day, but I've kind of got to the point where I'm like, well, that's dumb. Don't need to do that. So I've always had an interest in motorcycles, and to be honest, I never really thought I'd get one. I always just thought it was something cool to think about. You see a lot of people ride them, and you're like, well, maybe I'm not going to be very good at riding. I don't know. A lot of variables crossed my head that I didn't think I would ever get one. This is the worst road in the world to do a vlog, and I am so sorry, guys. That being said, I've already got content and I'm gonna stick with it, so too bad. But yeah, what got me into motorcycles, I don't know. I've always had an interest into it. I don't know anybody that rides motorcycles. Like, I don't have family of any kind that really rides motorcycles. One of my friends growing up, his dad had a motorcycle, but like I would never saw him or was on it or anything like that for no reason except for it always interested me. I always kind of found excuses not to do it. Parents being one, girlfriends being others, and finally, I'm old enough to do kind of what I want. No girlfriend, so I took an MSF course, and I loved it. Now, Goatfather goes over the right and wrong reasons as far as, you could do it because you love it, which is a right reason, and wrong reasons because you want to go fast, do wheelies, and just because you look cool on a motorcycle. I mean, to an extent, I think everybody does it because it's cool. To an extent. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people are like, it's because it's cool. No. But if it was like the dorkiest thing in the world, I don't think people would be as excited to do it. Like riding a push scooter. The Razors back in the day. Like, when you're grown up, that's not as cool anymore. Newsflash. I see one guy with one I think I see the same guy every single day. And he's got his. And it's very efficient for him, instead of walking, it looks great. But I think part of everybody, it's pretty cool to be on a bike, it is. It's a great feeling. As always, Goatfather always has a cool response to his questions. He's just setting everybody else up for failure, that's what I've realized. So, Goatfather, I have a question that's just so dumb that you don't have a good answer to that maybe someone else does. Because you're traveling thing, you travel all the time, and now this, you have like a huge history of your family riding. It's just not fair. I just sound so dumb all the time. So yeah, the main reason I wanted to get into it was just because it was something that just really intrigued me. I finally got on it and I just fell in love with it. It's a feeling that's unmatched. And if you're thinking about doing it, I would say just go for it. Doesn't mean get on your buddy's leader bike and see if you can ride. No, that's not at all what I mean. I mean, don't get into motorcycles for anything else but yourself. I think having friends that ride would be awesome. I'm meeting a couple people along the way. But I don't have any like really close friends that ride, and it kind of sucks. It'd be cool to be able to go like on weekend trips and stuff like that with them, but you know, they have their reasons why they're not doing it, and that's totally cool. They're not like, oh, well, because he's got one, I'm gonna get one because I think he looks cool and he doesn't. No, that's not what they do. The biggest reason is just because I generally thought that I would really enjoy it. I love being outdoors, and if this isn't the best way to take in scenery and get from point A to point B, I don't know what is. So, Goatfather, that's my pretty shitty response to another MotoTalk question. I hope that semi-answered it. I don't know if it really did, to be honest. Thinking back on it, no, I don't think it did. But that's what you're gonna get. Well, I'm here, Goatfather, waiting in line for the next MotoTalk. Hopefully it's something that I actually can talk about. For me, it's just more moto than talking, but you know, whatever. I get an excuse to go out and ride, kinda, and have something to talk about, which I usually do, so that's great. I'm gonna be right on time. This is gonna be great. Goatfather, hope you're doing well. Heal up quick. The White Ninja, out.